Hello? So it's 4:51 a.m. and I kinda just woke up. My sleeping schedule has been opposite. I usually have been going to bed around, morning or afternoon. It's random. I usually flow with things. If something's more exciting, and since I don't really have a schedule, I adapt to that. And I've been putting a lot of info out on the internet, and yeah, I woke up with some lead ups from The Voice, of things that I could add. Okay, first I'm gonna title this video, if you hear voices, if you hear negative voices, if you want to hear voices, I have information. I do this 24/7. Hallucinate sober. Yeah. I'm gonna turn this song. And hold on. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about words and language, and usually spirit guides and stuff slang. I remember when I first, the beginning-ish, a year ago-ish, you could count more than that, but it really peaked around a year ago too. And I remember going through things like I remember I thought there had to be tricksters around, in a way of like me, kind of like boss battles, and I projected that it had to keep getting harder and harder, trickier and trickier, and it did. But it doesn't have to be like that. You define it. It's all about eyes. And check out Create Your Own Reality 101. Check out Wonderlanders. It has what I consider all the mains, but let me talk about words. It all depends how you see. You gotta be smart with that. You gotta know how to be. And when I say that, I mean connected to your higher self, known as your true self. You without the veil, get connected to that. And it's not the ego. And it goes into that on Rebirth 101 and Higher Self 101, Heal Your Eyes stuff, to more positive. And so yeah, words, you can interpret them anyway. I remember when the tricksters around, like the subconscious, I found out that it's not afraid to say anything, and it doesn't have to be scary, okay? It's not. You could find a lot of vital, amazing realizations, information that could totally help you out. I mean, this changed my life for the way better. And getting connected to your higher self, your spirit guides, ETs, different, I recommend higher beings. And it's really easy to get negative ones to leave. You're the one who projects them around you. You get it? It's a game. And I remember back when, I thought hard stuff was happening, kinda. They say hard stuff. I was getting tricked in ways where I was ignoring what used to be my common sense. I have some examples. Like one time, like, I just got led up to, like, oh, I should suntan, but I listened to the voice saying, oh, it should be okay to swim in that water, but I'm raw, vegan, organic, and, like, that water's not for me. Like, my body knows the difference now, so, like, I actually got in the water, but I didn't stay in there for long, because I felt like, and I don't want to really swim, and so, like, I was suntanning, and I remember my friend was gonna come, and, like, I thought it was gonna be a while, so, like, the voice was like, what, might as well take a nap, and I'm not experienced with suntanning, so, like, I got a really bad sunburn, but my mom, like, I didn't even take a nap, but my mom was like, oh, we gotta go, like, you're gonna get sunburn and stuff, and I did get sunburn, and I got the worst sunburn ever, like, with blisters, like, on my back, but cool that my aunt had organic aloe vera, like, a bunch of them. She just gave me a bunch of them, and that totally helped progress my healing speed up, but I still had a sunburn, so you gotta, like, they kept telling me that, they were helping me with my heart, doing heart experiments, kinda, and, it's all about heart. I learned the difference, no heart, lacking common sense in a way, I woke up one day, when acute psychosis really hit, like, louder voices and everything, and it just seemed like an alternate reality version of Earth with different rules, so, like, I had to totally explore, and, the voice kept saying, I was learning how to get sharper, sharper awareness, sharper attention, sharper with the pinpoints, like, aha, and sharper with the heart stuff, and, yeah, so, like, I learned, how to, do that a lot, like, it's not that I'm not all the way there at all, it's, like, I'm really smart, anyways, yeah, check out my research, I give myself credit, and, I learned how to love myself, and all that good stuff, heal your perception, get what feels right, okay? The voice helped me wear that part, and I do feel the state for that, like, that's the perfect, you gotta feel those out, and, so yeah, there's words, I used to think, like, sometimes the voice, said, like, they hit a soft spot, like a heart soft spot, and it was all about, strengthening my heart. When it came to, like, twin flame stuff, you don't have to know about that, but you could learn about that on my 101 for twin flames. It's okay. I had, rock bottom blessings, like, Marcus talks about that too. Go to Create Your Own Reality 101 for pain has a purpose and not needing stuff, because those things are very vital, very, 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 very important, and it totally changed my life, and, once you got that, you're, like, freaking good, basically. Of course, like, you still have to keep going with what you've been doing, but, like, get enough under your belt and get enough, good habits going with that progress stuff. That's good. So, like, hitting the soft spots of the heart, you have to learn how to, get strong, Like, my soft spots were things that, you know, I didn't release all the way yet. I have 7 out of 11 planets in Capricorn, which Saturn rules. Saturn is known as the planet of suppression. This stuff, basically I learned that even though those things did have an influence for me, those astro numerologies, you could do this on your own if you want, for free. I have some calculators on my About Me for you if you want to, because these things have influenced me. I've seen where, they were true at the time, and but the more negative influences don't have to be there, okay? So, my suppression, suppressing everything, I had to learn how to release and let go, and, so some of those heart soft spots were like, suicide and things like that, and not loving me, and like, I changed that. I changed that for the better, and that's, heart strengthening stuff. Like, subconscious isn't afraid to say anything. They could totally reflect you, project you. Even dreams could show you what your fears are, and you don't have to, like, wake up, feeling that discord from your higher self. You could totally, like, okay, you guys, I don't want this. I want to let go, like, I want to heal, I want to release, I want to get into the best nows, like, as perceptioning.
So it's kind of what?
And, yeah. So negative entities are really easy to get to leave. I learned that from a possessed style channeler. I forget her name, but I think I have the video on Wonderlanders, and she basically says they will leave with love, and that really resonated with me. With love they will leave. You don't have to project them around you. With love they will leave. It's so easy. Once I got that, it's so easy, and if it's so easy for you, it's so easy. Okay. It's really easy once you get the hang of it. Like, and especially with archangels, check out the Angels 101. They're a huge help to me. I wasn't always aware that they were there, and sometimes I had doubts in the beginning. It's way back before, like, psychosis stuff a lot, so I was kind of doubting me that I was doing it right, like certain techniques and stuff. But after psychosis freaking, I see them, I hear them, I feel them, and they're there at the moment that I call them, and I have a lot of respect for that, and I have a lot of respect for them. They're very loving beings that every time that I asked them to help me release, I ended up crying for, like, really hard for a long time. I went through major releases during psychosis. This is a healing process. It's very healing. It's a journey into yourself, kind of shaman-like, and that gets really depthy, and so does subconscious diving, since it went hand in hand with me with that, it gets depthy. There's so much easier to go than face on this bed. We're all alone. Something has been taken from deep inside of me. Anyways, so if you hear voices, if you want tips that I have found to be the mains to help me out, like, I used to be, suicidal growing up, and, middle school stuff. I thought I was homesick. So I have a lot of passion and background for people, you know. That background has filled me, you know, to share what helped me. And, you know, I don't want people to struggle with like that and you know, see, like the stuff that I found might help other people out, and I do lay out all of what I consider the mains when it comes to, you know, hallucinating, sober or not, or whatever. I don't, has a lot of one-on-one tips, and this stuff has changed my life, and it's all about getting into what's fun and leaving what is making it hard. And a lot of the times that's thoughts that throw you off balance out of the heart center, you know. Basically negative closes the heart doors, and the heart doors is how you're connected to the higher self. So, you know, don't let the mind throw you off. Get into deprogramming negative thought patterns. It gets easier. There's progress, you know. I'm not sad anymore. I learned to let stuff go. Letting stuff go, being smart with what you let go will totally help you. And it's about that. It's about getting to what's fun, changing your reality, get into more positive stuff. Sometimes challenges do come, and you have to, like, show them that you know how to be yourself. Okay? It's all about being yourself and those challenges. You know? I mean, I went through challenges that were like what I saw as like the worst of my character, you know, growing up and all this stuff. And yes, ego deaths do count, but you know, I explain this more in other videos and basically sappy stuff. But yeah, that's like a comic I'm working on. Anyways, yeah, I got through that, my rock bottom, and you know, since then I knew what a strong heart was. So it was actually a blessing for me, and it showed me that situation when it happened, it showed me that I know peace now. And yeah, it even got harder after that, but like I learned how to adapt it. I learned how and I adapted, and it was actually like all good. You know, it's all about perfect timing, and like I'm learning things, and okay, like her friends were saying like she was scared of me and all this other stuff, like that's negative. I didn't hear from her. She never told me why she wanted to break things off. You know, she never got that restraining order. I thought that was so like what, you know. But yeah, it was okay, you know. I don't know if that's true. She totally twisted me up for being like negative and what I'm not, and yeah, I hope she's alright. I don't chase anymore. You know, I don't mind having a different girlfriend or whatever if that's the best for me and everyone. You know, so like I let that go. And you know, it's unconditional love, and what she did really was like a lot, but I sort of have, you know, this compassion for it. If she did just twist me up and, you know, like, I don't know, like I made this picture for Wonderlanders saying, it has a yellow flower on it and it's saying like, if anyone was against me, I'd rather have release of them. They helped me with that, have release of them, but it was perfect. Sometimes when I'm trying to find words, they recommend some, and even new words that definitions match up. And I even heard like archangels come to me with names that I haven't heard of, but look it up and it's like accurate. And even ET types to look up when I wanted to know more about my starseed homes, you know, ETs I haven't heard of, and you know, it matches. It's crazy. That happens different times. Yes. So there's things like that going on. And yeah, so I used to be paranoid before. That's where my negative reality took me. It developed my paranoia, and that progressed to, you know, even friends like maybe trying to kill me, and it really seemed like it, but it never happened. And it's the eyes, you know. So if you're looking for that stuff, and if you're ignoring, you know, the kind things going on, like those people, they were really generous actually, and I just had like suspicions of ulterior alternatives, and I don't know if I said that right, but you know, don't look for that. Law of attraction stuff too, and like you're gonna block what's positive for you if you're always looking for negative stuff. Like that's basically what I did. Like, so if you're doing that, you're gonna block out positive stuff. And if Brogan twisted me up, then she blocked out my positivity and me. And you know, I had to learn a lot when it came to her, and you know, basically my old fears, and then like all this stuff, you know. I just let things go now, and I feel so good. And yeah, it helped me learn how to help myself more and other people. I could give the tips out, the main tips to get to what's fun and to leave what's not, and to subconscious journey it out. You know, what was once subconscious now surfacing is conscious awareness expanding, is veil thinning, is remembering. So I have like some past life 101s out there, and yeah, and research, you know. Somnambulistic levels, the deepest level of trance. Dolores Cannon books, I love her books. I hallucinated that there. I like the up finger, and it's pretty cool that Da Vinci does that in his paintings too, I've noticed. And you know, things like that. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna leave you now with, if this stuff interests you, really check out Wonderlanders. Maybe Facebook, like the Wonderlanders page. I made it a community page, you know, and I share more stuff there, you know. So thank you. Yeah, I include psychology stuff too. So there's that, okay? And I hope you have fun. The voice said that. I agree with them, so we say that, okay? Get to what's fun. This is a healing process, a diving into you process. It gets depthy. I recommend expressing yourself, and highest joy flows. Check out the Heart Following 101 and the Channeling 101. And even you have probably done a form of channeling. There's different forms, okay? And so that's really interesting to look into. And yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna be putting more updates out there, more work and more progress with everything. And yeah, I have projects. And yeah, anyways, thank you. Yeah, feel free to flow on over if that's what you want to do. Yes, this information has changed my life. I share all the mains, and these things also, there's some things for upgrading Society 101, and you know, even healthy herbs to smoke. I am raw vegan organic, but I learned from raw vegan organic professional David Wolf. You might have heard of him or seen him around, like on TV or whatever. So there's some herbs that he has found to be healthy, and there's research out there on those, and I recommend alternatives if you do smoke. And that's the Healing the Body Tips 101. There's other things out there that you could take advantage of, like spirulina and neem and different powders. You know, those are blood purifiers, so I recommend taking advantage of certain things, you know. Yeah, progress with that would help you out too. It totally changed me. Like, I feel good. Like, I wasn't healthy before, but this diet has changed a lot of people's lives. And there's a documentary called Simply Raw, Reversing Diabetes in 30 Days. They take volunteers and they did get off their meds, and some have continued to with the raw organic vegan food, even though, you know, their family and everyone else wasn't, but they share, and it's progress, and, you know, off their meds. And Gabriel Cousens and other doctors, Dr. Clapper, you'll see him if you click the fasting research that I did on that Healing 101. So yeah, there's benefits in doing that. You know, like, you don't have to in order to get all this subconscious journeying stuff going on, but it could help with decalcifying the pineal gland, known as the third eye. Check out that 101 too. And you know, when it has to do with fluoride and almost everything, calcification. You're not supposed to take it with calcium, but it's in milk. Got milk? No, not that kind. Not for me. See that? Okay. Yeah, you don't have to block out the subconscious stuff if you're eating unhealthy, but, and some other psychics and, you know, other people, they don't eat all raw, organic, vegan, but they do have those in their diet, okay? And, I figured out that since my body was so used to it, you know, I experimented with cooking organic, vegan stuff, but I ate too much of that, and my body already knew a difference, so I had to go back. And I like this better for me anyways, so figure out what's good for you. I do recommend taking advantage. I have really good tips out there, like enemas are a big one, and colonics, those are big, okay? Those will totally help. And yeah, okay, thank you, and I hope you enjoy your now. I hope you guys love yourself and what's all around, okay? And yeah, getting in touch if you haven't is, you know, just remove the blocks and don't try too hard, okay? Like, they want to get in contact with you, okay? Spirit guides, of course, you know, higher self. I would love to. Check out Soul Group 101 and Soulmates and the slang for that, and you know, I have good stuff out there. That stuff, it deepens the meanings, like a heartfelt stuff, you know? It's crazy, it deepens it, and I like that. And yeah, so I share what's important to me. There's the mains all out there. I'm pretty damn good at this now. Yeah, if you check out the Leanne 2 reading, love, romance stuff video, you'll see that me and her are like, you know, on the same level. And it's different than the first reading that I got, because the first reading she was telling me that I was unbalanced, so I had to work on that, and it was easier than I thought. Okay, balance is so amazing. Okay, and once you got it, you got it. Okay, and yeah, so this second reading, we were so like key on with each other. That was everything that I was and have been doing. So I felt like we were like higher self connected. Like, she gets stuff from the other side. She knows what's up. She knows what's up about letting go and all that stuff, you know. So yeah, we were like key on, and yeah, I've been noticing my abilities develop and progress. And yeah, Wonderlanders is there for you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Go check it out. Hope to see you there.